Hey guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. Long time no see. I hope the new year's going well for all of you. It is for me also. I'm just, same as always, I'm busy. I'm just busy, you guys. That's just, it's my life right now. So forgive me. Like I said, one of my New Year's resolutions is to make more content, and I plan on doing so. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to share my New Year's resolutions with you guys as I actually accomplish them. Because for me, I don't know, I think it's just different, and it's just something different for me to try. So honestly, that's why I'm just going to do it that way. Now for things like school and for weight loss, how I fit into my dresses, because that's also one of my goals, I'm going to be sharing that like at the end of the month, like a little recap. Also like my craft spending, just things like that. Okay. So if you're new to my channel or you don't know me, my name's Latoya. I love crafting. I love making Christmas cards in particular. And I'm also a nurse. I'm super busy. So I have a full-time job and a part-time job. I'm still working those. So I have my, normal 8-hour shifts, Monday through Friday. And then every other weekend, I work 2 12-hour shifts. I'm crazy. I just like being prepared. I like backups, and I just like to be safe because you're in control of your life. So as of right now, that's just what I need to do. And I've been doing it, actually for a number of years, and it's just what I'm doing. I will make a video going over what I actually do at both of those jobs, because I am a nurse at both of those, and I am currently working, I'm an LPN, so I'm a licensed practical nurse. I do have a license through the state of Michigan. And I'm working currently towards getting my RN. So I am doing my prereqs right now, which consists of I'm taking microbiology and a psychology course this semester. So yeah, in addition to those 2 classes with my 2 jobs, I am just like, okay, this is fine. Let me, go make something healthy in the fridge and try new recipes and figure out my macros. I have a lot of different components going, but I'm trying to get it to work like a clock, like seamless. So for crafting, that's what we're going to talk about today. One of the goals I set out for myself for my happy space, which I also am trying to place myself inside of at least once per week. I want to be organized in regards to my stencils. So my stencils, I will insert a photo. This is how I was housing my stencils prior to what I've just done recently. So this is just a zipper bag, and I think a little bundle, like some stamps and such, came inside of it. And I was just, accumulating all of my stencils inside of that. But it didn't really have a proper home that I could just grab it and, sift through. And I didn't like sifting through all of those stencils inside of that zipper pouch. It just was not doing it for me. So I decided to come up with a plan. This is what I came up with after looking at pictures on like Pinterest and such. I love, love, love binders. Prior to me getting an iPad, which, oh my goodness, I absolutely love for note taking and such, I used to have tons of binders just for notes and whatnot for school. And now I notice they're really useful for crafting also. Now I'm going to move my this is my brush container. I'm just going to move that out the way. So I decided that I should purchase a binder and get the protector pockets. And these protector pockets I originally had housing some old like LPN, licensed practical nurse, notes, PowerPoints, things like that. So I just decided to go ahead and yank those because obviously I'm transitioning to becoming an RN. So I no longer need to reference that stuff. And I decided it was worth buying a couple more packets because I didn't have a ton of these. And then this binder I got from Meyer, and I had a gift card for my birthday from Christmas to help me purchase this. So with organizing and crafting, one of the things that you're immediately hit with is, what is the cost for me to get organized? And that honestly is a thing, because maybe you don't have a gift card, maybe you actually have to save for it, and maybe you're thinking, you know what, instead of buying an organizational device or tool, I can just buy another stamp set or die set. So I analyzed the different types of organization for stencils, and then I looked and I thought, okay, this would be a cost-effective method of storing my stencils, and it's also great because I can store lots of stencils in said storage method. And I'll go over that with you guys in a second. So, like I stated, this was purchased. I love the vibrant color. It like grows with my crafty stuff. So I have this great binder and then these protector sheets. And I did have to buy an additional 2 packages. And I literally use like everything, you guys. So I think total I have about I think maybe 80 stencils in here, which honestly does blow my mind because I didn't even think that I had that many. I find stencils to be a very cost-effective way to add something to your cards. And I say that as a crafter that has only used a stencil probably like 3 or 4 times out of the 10 plus years I've been crafting. I really, really want to start playing more with these and realize their true potential, because like I stated, they are very cost effective. You can get a stencil for like under $7. And not only can you, use ink on them, you can also run them through a machine. There's just so many different things, and I'll make another video about that with you guys too, because I don't want this video to be like too lengthy. So it was absolutely worth organizing these, and all I had to do was open my protector sheet page, and then I removed my stencil from its housing. So I decided to keep the original packaging for my stencil because I'm going to be 1000% honest, you guys. A part of the reason why I'm drawn, and other people, they probably don't notice, but you're drawn to something is because you like the aesthetics. Not only do you like the product, but how the product is also presented is visually appealing. Now, some stencils, just like stamps and such, will actually show on the back what the item looks like in action, like after it's been used. This one does not, but I might come across one later in this binder and show you. So not only do you have the original packaging that shows the brand, the company, you get the color from it, you get the little notes here, which it's just super cute. I don't know. There's just something about having like the original of something that, I don't know, makes me happy. I know it's super cheesy, right? But when I look at this, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that when I first wanted it. And we will never make back as crafters unless we have like a super rare item that's highly sought after. We will never make back the money we actually spend on something. It is just like, as soon as we buy craft products, they depreciate. They depreciate in value, which is like, it's hilarious. Like, it's sad funny. Like, it's funny, I can laugh at it because I'm aware, I'm knowledgeable, like I understand the game. But it also is sad because some products should not cost as much as they do. And it's crazy. So you have to be smart about when you're shopping. Like, if they're only offering 5% off at this time, maybe you have to wait for like a real holiday where they're actually going to have it on sale for 30% off. And you better be the first online so you can actually get said item. But anyhow, the cost for some of this stuff is just crazy. So I'm right there with you guys. Just because I'm working 2 jobs, I'm not rich. I'm also in school. I'm also paying for books. I'm also paying for bills. Like, I have things I'm trying to take care of, and I'm trying to get my life in order. And everything costs money, and I want to have a hobby that I can enjoy and not stress about having to constantly spend money to feel like I'm cool and all of that. I don't care. I don't care about being cool. I just want to be happy. All right. Sorry for the little tangent. So after I removed the item from the packaging, I just sealed up the packaging. So now I don't have to continuously remove the product from the package. Therefore, over time, it'll just ruin it. Like these, I don't know what these are called, but these inserts here, they usually start like gapping or ripping, and it's a shame because, like I said, I just love the original of everything. So I just took everything and stuck it inside of the protector pocket. Now, I know there's some immediate thoughts going on for some of you as you have seen me flip through this book. Eventually, my plan is to be able to use both sides of this protector page. I'm going to have a piece of cardstock or cardboard or something housed here, and then I will use the other side to have another stencil on. At this time, I have plenty of stencils so that I can just have everything facing just the one way, and I'm quite happy with how it looks. Now, if this book was to be flipped upside down, like you can even see there's some movement with my stencils. Yes, some of these will actually probably slide out, but I don't have anyone manhandling my stuff, so I'm not worried about this book just turning upside down and everything being ruined. And as you can see, me just having it flat on the desk, even with flipping the pages and stuff, things aren't just like falling out. So I'm not concerned about the little bit of movement that I'm getting. So at this time, I do not feel like I need to spend time putting cardstock or paper or whatever here in the background. I just don't feel like it. This alone, this project, it took me about 2 hours to do in total. So the first thing I did was I went through all of my stencils. I wanted to just make sure that I had everything that I loved. Like I said, my space is super curated. Even when I get a larger space, I do not want to fill that space with stuff. I just want to love everything. And our styles are always like continually shifting and changing. So I just wanted to, again, make sure that I have all of the stencils that I love within my possession. So I went through every single one and I put to the side anything that I no longer truly loved. And I'm going to share that one with you guys. This stencil here, this is called Sweet Vine Stencil, and this is by Echo Park. I absolutely love Echo Park. Their stuff's so cute. And I will admit, I love anything like farmhouse. Like, just this alone got my attention. And then I was like, oh, that's so cute. So then I saw this and I was like, oh, that's cute. But now looking at this vine is just like not my style. I don't like it. And guess what? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to give this away. First person to put in the comment box that they want these stencils will get them. So if you guys just want some, let me know. Up next, there's this stencil, and it's by a Colorful Life Design. Their website, they have so many cute stencils. Now, I'm not sure if they're still in existence. I think I bought this maybe like a year or two ago, and you know how companies are. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not, but hopefully they're still in business. I was really shocked by Ellen Hudson. Anybody else shocked? I was so shocked. I just realized like a week ago, because I tried to go online to see, you know, what they had for Valentine's Day. And I was like, wait a second, is Ellen Hudson close? Ellen Hudson's close. I got really sad. So anyhow, I did love this stencil at one point. Like, I can see why I did like it, but now when I look at it, I'm not like, oh, I love that, let me use that. I don't have that feeling. So I'm getting rid of that. This stencil here, I think this is just like a miscellaneous stencil. It probably came with something, but the dots, it reminds me of Dalmatians. However, I just look at this and I don't think I like it. And I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much. And when I have to think too much, it's like, just get rid of it. I don't want to think too much. I just want to sit down and be inspired and love something. That's it. Now this here actually reminds me of like a 1950s, like Christmas. And I love Christmas. You guys know that. However, when I look at this now, I'm like, the design is just a little too big for my liking. And this is another one. It's by a Colorful Life Designs. It's cute. It is really cute, but I just feel like it no longer suits my style. So that's another one I'm getting rid of. This here is the geometric background, and I'm going to be 1000% honest. I have a love-hate relationship with this. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. But then when I think about only using a part of it, I'm like, huh, that looks interesting. But then I'm also looking at how big the design is, and I don't know. And when I don't know this hard, I don't know. I'm still, you know what? I think I'm actually going to try it because I feel like this is worth a try. And this is where I think us as crafters, we have to get over like this little mind hump. And I don't know, maybe I'm just only talking for myself, but sometimes I'm trying to visualize something so hard. It's literally beyond me for some reason to just go ahead and try something. Like, that's the whole point of crafting, is to put ink to paper, to put pen to paper, to write, to color, to stamp. And with this, I'm stuck in my head and I need to just put it on paper. So I'm actually going to give this a go. And if I don't like it, I will add it to the stash. Last but not least, I have this Pink and Main. Oh, this is so cute. I love their marketing. It's just so cute. And this is fantastic. I love this. It looks so cute, but it is just a little too big for what I'm looking for a background. That's it. Like I said, I have been trying to like narrow down my style for stamps and stencils and dies, and I'm trying to just really pick things that I know I will have a variety of ways to play with. So these are the stencils that I decided to get rid of from my stash, and these are the stencils I am left. And these are the stencils that I am left with. Now, one thing I want to do with this book is I do want to go through and label it off, like section it by category. I have yet to do that because I've run out of time. I've decided to implement a time frame for myself to organize so that I can spend more time crafting, less time organizing, but I still do want to move the needle with organizing. So I just want to get to a good place where I can enjoy what I've done and not just feel like I'm working. Does that make sense? I flipped through this book probably 30 times already, so I already know where everything is. But if you want to turn off the video, go ahead. Now's the time. Thank you for watching. Please just subscribe. But if you would like to stick around and actually see what kind of stencils I have, I will go ahead and do a run through with you all. So let me move my book over just enough so you guys can see. Alrighty. And I'm actually going to use, whoops. Okay, sorry. My stamps off to the side fell. This is a Valentine's Day stamp that I want to play with. All right, so I'm just going to use this as a background. Now, this is going to be my shapes section, and so far I only have like one set. There actually is another coming in the mail, so I'll share that with you guys when I get it. Oh, this is where I'm going to be housing my stencils that I need to have inside of a protector. Now, I have run out of protector sheets. And I do not have it in my budget. I set a craft budget for myself. I do not have it in my budget to purchase another pack. Instead, I decided to buy a stamp set. That stamp set is way more important than this little guy having a home. So he's just going to have to wait until next month. You guys, we're just being brutal here. We're setting goals per month and we're sticking to those goals because personally, I want to be successful, and I'm not going to be successful if I make promises to myself and I break them. All right, so I have shapes first, and then I have my favorite, which is like, you know, the sweets category. And so if you guys don't know, I really love sweet stamps. So like pies, cakes, cookies, donuts, but in real life, I'm more of a savory person, not sweet person. So I get like my sweets filled by playing with these things. So it's like a little switcheroo. Now, this here was actually a part of a donut stamp set also. What I want to also do is like, you know, do a sticker or label or something to note that this belongs to other pieces so that I can find them with ease. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. And again, like I said, I gave myself a certain amount of time to organize. So that's also on my to-do list, as well as, you know, doing the backing, like I mentioned. Here is a miscellaneous sprinkle background. And I wished for this that the company made it like a two-step stencil where you can do one layer of sprinkles one color and then you have another stencil atop of it where the sprinkles can be another color. Just because with this, when you go to ink blend, and even though I do have the small brushes, let's see, I have these and I have these. Like when you brush, some of the color still might transfer to other little bits, and it's just kind of a pain. But if you pounce with this, you can do different colors, but that's also so much work. You guys see what I mean? So that's just my little hope for the future. Maybe I just need to look at other companies. But again, time, just not enough time for everything. This here's a waffle cone stencil. It's super cute. Love LDRS. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. So LDRS, they show you what their product looks like once it's completed on the back. And I just love that. And just seeing that also just inspires me. So I love original packaging and marketing. Now this here is just way too cute to not share. And I don't know if I bought this online or if I purchased it from Michael's. But you guys, look how cute this is. It says fresh brewed coffee served daily. I don't drink coffee. I don't. It's literally only if I'm dying. Like even when I'm working, like, you know, Monday through Friday 8s, and then I go straight into my 12s, and then I go straight back into working my 8s, and then I, you know, follow up with 2 days off. So I only get 4 days off a month. Yeah, like no, I get like nothing. It's crazy. Anyhow, I still don't drink coffee. I literally have to be just absolutely taxed and dying to consume caffeine via coffee. It's just because I feel like I naturally am stimulated enough, and I just don't want to have to rely on the extra to get to the point where I can get things done. And that's just me, that's all. But I love the smell of coffee. Like coffee candles are absolutely clutch. So this is so super cute. I love this, and I've yet to play with this. So I definitely want to give that a whirl. And I'm going to be honest, I think I've only played with, out of all of my stencils, maybe 3, which also drives the point home. I want to be able to just see what I have and play with it. I own so much stuff. I just want to play with it. And I know some of you guys feel the same way. This here is a coffee bean stencil. And look how cute that is. So cute. And I do love the different color background because it does make it pop just a little bit so you can actually see what's there. But these are cute. Now, these are a bit larger than I like. However, I think it still has a place on my cards. But I did recently see a smaller coffee bean stencil, and I also did purchase that one. So I'll be sharing that with you guys too when it comes. This here is by Stamperia, and I make, if you guys don't know, A2 size cards. So this is what a standard A2 size card looks like. And when I'm looking at stencils that are quite large like this, I'm also thinking to myself, okay, am I going to be able to fit all of this detail on a card base, and am I going to be happy with that? So when I place this down, you can see I'm getting a fair amount of the details on my card base, and I'm absolutely happy with that. So this was worth me buying. Look at that. You have the coffee stain, the receipt, the little note. I just think it's so cute. Oh, and it's funny. I love also being able to compare the stencils I have in similar categories. So for example, my Tim Holtz stencil, and I've had this for a number of years. Like, this is old, you guys. Looking at this and looking at the coffee stains, it literally reminds me of the coffee stains here, which obviously you can see them side by side comparison. But when you also layer them like one on top of another, it's funny how the main coffee ring is so close in size. I just think that's really cute. I'm sorry, I'm so cheesy. Also, I liked comparing my Christmas trees. So now we're in my tree section, and I have this waffle flower. This is the Duo Christmas tree. And what's cool about this, and again, this goes back to me hearkening my note about keeping the original packaging. If you see here, they show you, this is what it looks like when you stamp out. I keep saying stamp. This is what it looks like when you stencil out the first layer of trees. But then you take the stencil and you flip it. And then after you flip it, you get to color in a whole nother section of trees. How awesome is that? And you have a little reminder just from looking at this. Is that not the cutest? And that actually reminds me, I need to like go on their website and see what other stencils they have. Okay, get in there. And then I have my Tim Holtz trees. So these are a little bit like artistic, a little bit larger, but still good for an A2 size card. And then my favorite things trees. And what's funny is you can actually also see my craft stamp stencil style by looking at the different things that I own. So these trees here are kind of like classic and plain, but I love them. Tim Holtz, a little bit artistic, but you know, I love those, but I love these more than these. And then my favorite things is like a mix of the two. You have the like artistic trees, and then you also have like the plain trees. Isn't that funny? I can't be the only one like thinking these things. So I just thought that was really neat. I have my Only Bee stencil here. And again, I really wish this was like two-tone, because if I go to stencil this, it's all going to be one color, because the wings, I'm not about to take the time to just go through every single wing. And I say that now, but you guys might actually see me doing a video where I'm going through and just blocking it off and doing the wings. So I'm going to have to come up with something for that. But if any companies are listening, please, please do more Duo stencils, please. Now this here is by Tailored Expression. And this is like one of their bundles. So there's another part to this as well. But this has the die and also the building layering stencil. I decided to keep the die with this because I'm never going to use the die independently of me getting the image together via stenciling. So it's all housed together. No pieces are going to be lost. Bada boom, bada bing. This here makes the most beautiful, just from what I've seen on other cards, rose background. And every time I see this, I think about Valentine's Day. And I really should use that for Valentine's Day. These are my only Alt New stencils. I believe these are, I have a couple stamps by Alt New, but I don't have a lot of things, but I love the company. It comes off as just so like classic and classy. But usually their things are just a lot larger scale than what I like, but I could not pass up these background stencils because they're just so beautiful. All right, we've come to possibly the largest section of my stencil book. For this, I have this here, this really cute, like framed stencil, and these honeycombs are very small. And then I have this stencil here, and as you can see, the outline is pretty thick for this stencil. Then I have the Lawn Fawn, their little, you know, varying stencil. Waffle Flower. This is their hexagon duo, which I think is so super cute. Again, I love their duos. And for this, they actually give you 2. So this is pretty cool. And I don't know how this works. I have not played with this before, but I think it's something like this. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But one of the sad things is it didn't come with a backing. So I don't have any visual on how to do it. I just have to refer to the website. And then I have this larger Alt New honeycomb stencil. So if I go through, I can see how each of these stencils are different from one another, and I don't have any buyer's remorse. I don't feel bad because I'm buying the same category, which is honeycombs. However, each stencil is visibly different, and I call these hexagons honeycomb, but ultimately that's what they are anyways, so it's whatever. This super large, this super small, this has a super thick border. These I just have varying sizes and style, and then this, you know, just hexagons, which, you know, are basically honeycombs. So again, when you guys are looking at, if you're listening to me for notes, when you're looking at what you own, just remember, you know, you're looking at the sizing for things, the lines. There's so many small details that make something different from something else. But ultimately, you don't want to just buy something that literally is the same exact thing just because it's by a different brand that you happen to love. Okay. This is my only baby stencil, and I want more because my baby category has grown just a little bit, but I haven't come across anything that I like. So again, I don't buy things just to buy things. So this is just out here by itself on an island. And see, it shows a little outline here. And the same goes for this balloon stencil. And this is actually a duo stencil. There's 2. And what I love about this is that I have the option of these smaller balloons if I don't like, example, this super large balloon. I'll be honest, this really big one kind of bothers me, but I do have these smaller, and I can just block off everything else and just use these or these here if I want on my card. So I really love that. And I don't have any other balloon stencils. And that's funny because I never thought like, oh, I should have balloon stencils for, you know, birthday cards and such. It's just something I never thought about. This, super cute. I actually played with this like last year. This is also very cute, and this reminds me of Christmas. So now we're heading into my Christmas stencils, which you would think I would have put my trees by, but I thought my trees belonged with my flowers in the Lone Bee stencil. So these here are the Stampin' Up! Adorning Decorative Masks. So I just kept all those together, and I have this great like gingerbread pattern. These very classic snowflakes. They're a little bit larger than I like, but they're so beautiful. It's fine. They get a pass. The classic striped lines, which reminds me of peppermint. And then the very small and dainty cute background, which I love. I have this peppermint stencil, and I really, really wish this was a duo stencil also, just for these dots here, because I would love to have those to be just a different color to pop from the peppermints. But I do really, really like this stencil. Just like the poinsettias, I really like this stencil. Again, I think it would be fantastic as a duo stencil, because the yellow center I can do as a different color instead of, you know, just trying to mask off and then stenciling. That's my only problem, is it's just a lot of work sometimes when you have a really pretty stencil that requires three different colors. You just have to block things off and use smaller brushes and stuff. If they just do, you know, different pieces, it just makes it easier for you, the consumer. And okay, don't come at me, you guys. So I purchased these two. This was like, I think this one was one of my first stencils, and then I was like big into LDRS, and I mean, I still absolutely love them, and I purchased this with like their toy background or something. So this is a prime example of me buying two of almost the exact same thing. However, I'm not getting rid of these just because I feel like this line here, this has a little more width than this. I know, very, very small detail, very small, but it's small enough for me to keep both. And you guys have seen me purge my stash before, so I'm pretty ruthless. These peppermints, I absolutely love. I think these are so super cute. And I do like here how they do give you that one layer where you can shift and have a different color. This, I love the color. My favorite Stampin' Up! Color is Night of Navy. So seeing this just makes me super happy. And then this decoration on this stencil, it is just so beautiful. It looks like just a very classic like snowflake / window design. Here's another really pretty like snowflake design. This reminds me of a sweater, and this is called Holiday Knit. Absolutely love that. So we're still into Christmas, but it's more like, you know, snowflakes and knit sweaters, things like that. And this here is by Simon Says Stamp, and this is also like a sweater knit, but look, these look like little hearts, and I think those are just adorable. And this is called Holiday Sweater. This here, I'm pretty sure I got this because it was reminiscent of this here, but I thought this would also make like a great Valentine's Day card also. And this is Brutus Monroe. The music sheet, because what is Christmas without music, or a birthday? I do, however, think I need to find a birthday music note, because for people that actually can read music, if I have like a Christmas music note sheet on the background, they're just gonna look at me like, and I'll be like, look, I was working with what I had. So I kind of do want to pick something that's actually appropriate. This one is called Concerto Layering Stencil. So I don't know if that is Christmas or not. And this here, I just think that these are just absolutely beautiful. They just look, they remind me of like a Celtic church. I love those. This, I love these pieces, reminds me of like a mosaic, and they're small in detail, which I love. I love the details on this. I thought this was very different. Kind of reminds me of like a gate. Absolutely love this. Reminds me of like Damascus. Same goes for these. And I love these minis. I wish there were like more of these. Obviously in designs that I love, because I'm not just going to buy things just to buy them. But these minis are absolutely perfect for an A2 size card. Just perfect. And look at these designs, you guys. They are just so, all three of these I love. They're so cute. I think I saw someone making a card with these, and I could not hunt these down fast enough. And I think I got them on Amazon. This is another Damascus background. And this here is like a treat shop awning and window stencil. So this could go into my shapes category, but I also have the Christmas street stores stencil. So I decided to just put these two together. So I might merge them. Now on to Valentine's Day. because yes, I have a lot of Valentine stencils also, and I just want to show these hearts, and these need to get used. I don't want to just stare at them, but you guys, look how pretty these hearts are by Simon Says Stamp. They're not too big. They're like the perfect size. They're just absolutely perfect. Look at that. They're so cute. It just makes my heart so happy to see these, because it's like, oh, I wanted these. They're so cute. I need to just put them in action. And cat scrappiness. These hearts that they came out with, I got these last year from their release. And again, never played with them. It's a, let's see, there are 3 different stamps. So there are 3 different stencils. So you have like the larger hearts, the smaller hearts, and then look, you also get another step down. Absolutely love that. These are so fudging cute. Cartabella, I got like 2 stamp sets, and the Stencil last year, their stuff for Valentine's Day was just so cute. I love the way these hearts are drawn. I love how there's a little bit of spacing. They're just absolutely adorable. And these are just some small miscellaneous hearts I purchased. And again, I'm looking for very small things just for a very nice subtle background at times. This is Lawn Fawn's hearts, and it's kind of similar to the hearts by Simon Says Stamp. And you know what? I'm just going to go back just for giggles, because I told you guys I love comparing. So Simon Says Stamp, their hearts, again, they're similar, but the hearts here for Lawn Fawn, they're smaller. See, like their smallest heart is a bit smaller than the one here from Simon Says Stamp. So again, there's the detail, and there's also like small circles thrown about, and there's 2 layers with the Lawn Fawn. So again, just analyzing what I have before I purchase other things, there was a clear difference, and I made sure I did not double purchase. Well, basically purchase the same thing. And these are just so cute. It's like heart confetti. And then the scrapbook.com, I just loved how simple this was. Just hearts, all uniform, and just lined out. These Ray of Sunshine stencils, I love how each just has its own like variation and design. This reminds me of the beach. I want to go so bad, but I also love how this looks. This reminds me of like Monday morning on a farm. And then this reminds me of the beach. This is the Cloud Stencil, and this is another one of those colorful life designs. So you just put this down and you get these great cloud edges. This is just a rain stencil by Lawn Fawn. So have some really cute raindrops. Oh dear. I don't like when things are inside of my protective covers. It bothers me. Okay, so now I have my Lawn Fawn Grassy stencils, and you're probably thinking, okay, why do you have 2 of the same stencils? Now these, there is a reason, and I'll show you. So one is straight, and one is a hillside. So this one is like a hilly grass, and this one is straight. So that is why I have those. And on the back of the packaging, you can also see that. See? This one just shows the straight line, and this one shows the 3 different hills you can get. This is a new purchase. The little paws, are these not the cutest, you guys? I absolutely love dogs. Love dogs. I have 2 cats, but I totally want to get a dog in the future. Just don't have time right now, obviously, so that's why we don't have one. And now onto Easter, another section I absolutely love. See, that's the great thing about going through your stash is you actually see things you've curated, you've purposely picked out, and just turning the page to see, oh my gosh, I love that. It just makes me so, so, so happy. Aside from hair, either mine or the cat's. I can't figure it out. Okay, so my book is trying to slide. Okay, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't knock anything off my desk. So this is my Easter section because I love Easter stuff. These bunnies are oh so absolutely cute. These are fantastic. I love them. I do not love eating Peeps, but I love Peep stencils and stamps. And this background here, I just thought it was absolutely the cutest. Now, this is another fantastic stencil. I almost said stamp. And this is a duo by Jaded Blossom, another company that I love. They actually give you the tops separate from the carrots to make your life easy when you go to blend. You just need to line these up correctly. That's all. And again, marketing, look at that. Shows you exactly your end result. This here was a part of a Easter Simon Says Stamp bundle, and it says it here at the bottom, Simon Says Stamp SSST211626. And I thought these were absolutely adorable. And this is just the very small, cute background from the flower market. And this is Cartabella. This is an interesting background. It's called Fairy Wings, and it's by Pickafin Studios. I need to play with it to see if I like it. Like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's cute, but I need to play with it. This is a very cute stencil. I love this background. It just reminds me of like Pumpkin Spice Autumn, and it's called Hello Autumn, haha, by Cartabella. So that's kind of funny. This here is called Santa's Workshop, and this is just another small dot, like snow print stencil. Very cute. And look at the packaging. It's just so cute. I love it. This here was the Our Baby Girl stencil by Echo Park, and it's like a watercolor line, and I love how small these lines are. I think they're very cute. And these are just more line stencils, and you can see they're all varying sizes. All right, you guys, my camera shut off on me, so I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these already. And then I have the Diamond Pattern by Honeybee Stamps. Then the Perfect bricks. So these bricks are small, very clean. And then these are the salvaged bricks. So they have just like spilling from being placed. And they just look, you know, a bit grungy. These bricks by Lawn Fawn. They're larger than the bricks that I previously showed. And these are very clean. And then these bricks by Tim Holtz goes with the grunginess, the very like artistic look of that, you know, Tim Holtz's collections. So I love these bricks here. I have shiplap siding, which I absolutely adore. Some wood. And last but not least, a spider background. And I only have a few spider stamps slash Halloween stamps because it's not really my jam. But if I needed to make a card, I could in a flash, and that stencil would definitely help. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my stencils and how I decided to organize them. I now checked this off of my New Year's resolution to-do list. And yeah, hope you guys are inspired and hope you all do something crafty that makes sure I'm happy. I will see you guys in another video soon. Okay, bye.